This is Andy Purrawal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I am joined by Lennox Clarke over Zoom. Lennox, how are you?
I'm all good, mate. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. It's good to catch up with you. Finally, this fight with Willy Hutchinson seems to be only around the corner now. Lennox, just talk to me about how excited you are for this fight and obviously a chance to go and win the British and Commonwealth titles.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I've been raring to go since before Christmas. I'm just glad it's happening now, so we're nearly there.
Can you explain to me why this fight on your side, or why you don't, well, why you believe this fight never took place before Christmas? Because I'd spoke to Willie, I believe it might have been actually in what was meant to be the fight week, and he by all accounts was still getting ready for a fight. And on the back of that, I know you spoke to my colleague Ryan and
Yeah.
was unsure
Well,
as to
what it
why
was,
that interview took place because you didn't think it was.
yeah, what it was, he was still posting saying the fight was on, but I'd already received news that the fight was off. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure what was going on, but it's happening now. So I'm ready to go.
We never obviously saw any kind of official announcement on the fight being postponed. Do you know why that was?
I don't know. I just feel as though maybe Willie and his team just weren't ready at that time. They're probably preparing for Lerone Richards. Maybe they probably wanted some more time to prepare. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Lennox, moving into this fight now, obviously you've had that bit longer to prepare. What have you been doing with this extra time, and how has it helped you to kind of focus even more so on the task at hand?
Well, I'm just glad it's happening now. I'm just glad it's happening. It's obviously had more rounds sparring. Obviously sparring Pacific to Willy Hutchinson style. So we'll just give us more time. He's going to have a better version of me come the night, and it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a hell of a fight.
Talk to me about what we should expect then when the pair of you are in the ring and you both meet. How do you expect it to play out?
Well, it depends how I want to box him. I'll either box on the back foot and ping him, for 12 rounds and win on points, or I'll seek and destroy and knock him out and suffocate him. So it just depends. It depends on the night how I want to, how I choose to fight. But I'll beat him either points or I'll knock him out.
What do you expect from Willie? And how much of Willie's fights have you studied?
You can't study his fights. You can't really judge his ability off his fights because Willie hasn't had a competitive fight since he turned pro. His last competitive fight was when he was king of the kids in the amateurs. He hasn't boxed anyone to say that he's as good as they're all saying. But, he's got me coming at him and I'm going to punch holes in him. So we'll see if he's the real deal.
Do you feel a pressure to be successful this time around? Just going back to that defeat to Lerone Richards almost it was 2 years ago now.
Yeah, obviously we've all got things that happen in camps. There's reasons why maybe we shouldn't have fought, but there's nothing going on in this camp. Willie's going to have the best version of me, a fully able person. So, there's going to be no excuses. It's going to be a hell of a fight, and there's no pressure on me. Look at me. I come from the white collars. I had no amateur background. I'm here now. And, I'll give anyone I'm here to destroy and give anyone a hard time. Willie's got all the pressure to live up to this superstar they're trying to build him as. Joe Kawasaki, they're saying he is. So, leave it to him. All the pressure's on him.
Where does the win take you, Lennox? Have you thought about where your career would go, provided you are successful in a few weeks' time?
Listen, I haven't, no. It's obviously going to propel me, but I'm just focused on beating up Willie and beating him well because of all the hype he's got around him. And, I'm just hungry for success. I've been denied once before, and I'm not going to be denied this time.
Talk to me about that. You said, you're hungry for success now. Going back and obviously reflecting on that Lerone Richards defeat, do you feel it's helped you in some way to be able to just kind of really zero in and focus on your future?
Yeah, maybe. Listen, you just don't leave it in there. There's going to be nothing left of me at the end of this fight. So, there'll be no woulda, coulda, shouldas. Willie's just going to get it, and that's it. So, I have learnt one thing. You don't hang about in there. You get stuck in. So, it's going to be a good night for us.
Do you see this as a bigger fight for you than what the Lerone fight was?
It's going to be an easier fight because, Willy, obviously, like he boxes scared. Willy believes that he's a beast. Like they've pumped him up. They've pumped him up with all this hype around him. So he's probably bought into the hype. But you know, I'm going to dismantle him and I'm going to expose him. That it's a step too soon for him.
Boxing behind closed doors as well, Lennox. Have you guys kind of looked to replicate that? I know some of the guys in the gym have done so already and boxed behind closed doors on some shows, but how have you looked to kind of adapt to that, or how will you look to adapt to that?
You know, it's the same as sparring. You know, it's the same as being in the gym with, you know, it's just going to be a normal day in the office for us fighters. I can't imagine there's going to be any difference for us. We spar every day with no crowd, no music. So, you know, it'll be the same as being in the gym.
All right, Lennox, just want to get your thoughts on one other fight up at Super Middle before I let you go. Saunders Canelo, your thoughts. How does Billy Joe fare against Saul Canelo Alvarez?
You know what? Like, I like Billy Joe. I like his style. You know, I'd love Billy Joe to win it for us Brits. You know, I rate him as a fighter. But he's just a beast and he's doing everything asked of him. So, you know, I don't know. I think Billy Joe Saunders has got the skills to win because, as we all know, he's a really skillful boxer. But I just don't know where it's going to go. I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence with that one.
All right, Lennox, I'll leave 2 final messages from yourself to everybody who tunes in. One, have you got a message for Willy Hutchinson ahead of your clash?
You know, listen, turn up this time and let's get it on. You know, because I'm going to turn up and it's going to be a hell of a fight.
And then the final one for all of your fans and for everybody who's supported and followed you to this point in your career and will to continue to do so after the fight.
Yeah, man. All I can say is big thanks. As you always know, if I'm boxing at home, I've got a massive support base behind me and I can't thank them enough. And after this, I'll have a load of new fans as well. You know, thank you.
Lennox, it's been a pleasure to catch up with you today. I appreciate your time. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of it. The sun seems to be out, so appreciate your time, mate. Yeah. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
All right, thank you, Andy. Thank you for having me on.